Hey guys, welcome to this week's podcast episode. And today's talk is all about lending, finance, fintech. It's going to be a really interesting conversation. I've got Raj Tulshan from Loan Mantra. He's going to talk about his platform, what he does, his background. It's going to be a really interesting conversation. And with that, Raj, welcome to the show.
Chris, thank you for having me on your podcast. Again, my introduction about me. My name is Raj Tulshan. I'm the founder and managing member of Loan Mantra. About a decade back, I started the company to address a simple goal, one-stop shop for all small businesses. My background, I have my MBA from the University of Oxford. And before that, I worked in structured products at Merrill Lynch. In investment banking, the concept of one-stop shop has been mulled over and tried since the repeal of the Glass-Steagall Act. However, ironically, to date, there's no such ecosystem for small business owners. There remains a gap in small business lending, a disconnect between lenders and small businesses. At Loan Mantra, we work with small business owners across continental US. Using our in-house technology platform, we level the playing fields by connecting small business owners to appropriate lenders. Moreover, through our advisory services and our years of our networking with partners, we are able to help small business owners run their operations smoothly and effectively. There's a saying one of my colleagues always says, we are the perfect tech mates.
Yeah, and it's quite a fascinating journey. So we'll talk about this, this loan mantra. You combine high-tech solutions with personalized service. So kind of share how this approach has transformed the lending process for small and middle market businesses.
Absolutely. So, look, we're 10 years back. Ironically, I say 10 years back, we started this, and one would have thought, given this technology era, this would be as simple as one, two, three. I mean, we're talking about AI, people going to Mars. And on the same time, when you go into a small tier bank or a mid tier bank, you are given a whole bunch of paper, and the small business owner said, hey, go fill up the stack of paper, then come back to me, then I'll look at it and I'll ask you for more. Well, why? Today in the small business era, all you have to do is go into somebody like Loan Mantra. The Loan Mantra starts right off the back, asks you a simple series of questions, completes your loan application, or asks you for appropriate set of documents, and then sends it to the lender. It speaks the borrower's language, converts it magically, or I should say with AI nowadays, to lender's language, and then completes all the forms and gets them help with the application. No, absolutely. We are fortunate. Over the years, we have built a network of small business lenders that we work with on our portals. Today, somebody can come in and complete an application anywhere from $50,000 going up till $18 million. We work with small business owners across continental US. And one of the best things that I like about our program is no business request is big or small. Look, a small business guy is during the life cycle of a small business generally borrows money about 8 times. It could be straight from a startup loan to an equity to a working capital loan to advertising, equipment financing. I believe a significant portion of your client base are doctors. We see a lot of professional doctors, dentists, etc., come to our portal and are looking for equipment financing to expand businesses, to buy out existing doctor practices, and then we see a lot of real estate buying. I'm a very conservative guy. I'll tell you, I'm a very, very conservative borrower, and I think that's a whole different story. Talking about a background and how we do not like to borrow, but going into to grow a business, everybody needs to borrow and expand. Till the time your business is expanding, I strongly recommend looking at everything that is available to you. I'm a very big believer of the SBA and the programs that the SBA has. Look, recently the everybody was the benefactor. I would say quite easily, majority of this population has been the benefactor. First, the PPP, the EIDL, and the what a restaurant funding, RRF program that was there. Now, post that, there is still there are a whole bunch of SBA programs that are out there. At You get the SBA 7A program. The SBA 7A program, they are expanding. They have now gone up to 500,000 in the Community Advantage program, which means small business owners can come in, borrow money for working capital. A doctor can borrow money again in that under that program for equipment financing or to buy out another small doctor's facility. Then there's the 7A program. The SBA 7A program is honestly the one of the best programs there's out there. There's a significant participation out there. I can speak for Loan Mantra. We have about 60 or so SBA lenders on our portal, and they will quite happily review an application for you. The SBA 7A program helps you connect the dots where in a larger acquisition. So if you want to, hey, you know what? I have a new facility that I'm building out for leasehold improvement. That's where an SBA 7A program comes in. Or you know what? I'm buying the building next to me, the real estate included. I want to do a renovation on that and move my facility out there and make it a bigger practice. So the SBA programs there, or even for improvement in your look service. We are all in the services business. I am a small business owner, right? So I can speak for myself. I am constantly thinking about, hey, how can I make my process and program better? And one of the things we do is we spend a lot of time in technology. There can be a lot of savings that can be added by training small business owner for, sorry, by training your team members, by spending money on human capital, by spending money on technology, and spending money in real estate. And all of this can be facilitated through the SBA 7A or the 504 program. Outside of 7A, the 504 program, there is obviously the conventional lending world, which I, I can assure you this much, Chris, that today majority of small business owners first go to their financial institution before they come to us looking for a loan. The problem that happens is what I said in my introduction is that there's a disconnect. Majority of the small business financial institutions do not meet the needs of the small business owners, and that's the reason there are these partners such as Loan Mantra who can help facilitate those transactions.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting because there's always beneficial for companies to find solutions to these pain points, especially with access to credit and funding. And it's always important to, have these options. So the next question is, because you use technology, and tell us more about your integrated commercial lending technology. It's called Blue and trademark, and how it differentiates Loan Mantra from other financial advisory services.
Absolutely. So Blue, it's an acronym for Borrower Lender Underwriting Environment. What our platform does, we are all about transparency, right? I say that is today the biggest discomfort people have is like, oh my God, who am I sharing my information with? Am I going to get hacked? Is there a problem with anything? What we have done is we have tried to mitigate all of that by making this whole process simple. We're not just creating a channel between the borrower and the small business lender, but we are also inviting into the process the partners. For example, in a small business owner's world, one of the biggest partner is the accountant or the bookkeeper. So we have through our platform, they can essentially come in, they will have their own login, they will have their own access. So what that does for them essentially is it helps them to work together in a cohesive environment. Look, it's all about collaboration. Today, a small business owner can come into the Blue portal, complete the application, and right from the beginning, the first 7 or 10 questions that are asked for them in the beginning as they register, that information then starts connecting the dot. They've been asked very relevant, specific question that entail then gets them to complete the application. And as the system is asking the question, as the portal goes through it, the application is getting completed on the back end, and they're getting matched strategically to a lender. Our lender partners have all been vetted. We work with them regularly. We have an in-house team that is always reaching out to these guys because the best way to put it, we are a catalyst. We sit in the middle. Loan monitorer is slight in the center. One end is the small business owner and all the peripherals there, lawyers, accountants, the bookkeepers, etc. On the other side is the lenders with their closers, with their lawyers, with their credit team, etc. So what we do is we bring them all together and make the entire process simple. And the best of all, I can speak by experience. I've done this for 10 years. The toughest problem that a small business owner has is collecting documents. So what our platform does, it essentially helps them to work at their time to provide all the information. We give them the solution. They just have to take that in and work with it on their own. Chris, over the years, I can give you hundreds of examples of how small business owners are phenomenal at what they do. May they be a doctor, a dentist, a gas station owner. I have a gas station owner client who I'm extremely proud of. One of my first three clients. He started working at a gas station. He used to tie a sock around his hand and used to pump gas. Today, he owns four gas station and a truck stop. Similarly, I have a doctor client, a dentist in Ohio. He has gone through all sorts of highs and lows. And recently, we helped him get a 3D printer for his denture business expansion he's doing. So business owners, they're phenomenal at what they do. I can relate to them because I am a small business owner. But overall, where they lack is where we come in and help and be the perfect mates for them is essentially with the financial aspects of that.
Yeah, and also in this day and as along the technology lines, I love that this technology integration and this platform that you're building. Talk about how you're using AI because that's the next thing that's gonna help businesses or hurt businesses if you don't include that. So how are you using AI to improve your business?
AI is definitely the in thing. Actually, we are going through a whole bunch of POCs, proof of concepts right now on the AI aspect of it. It is evolving. One of the things that small business owners need help a lot is completing their business history, for example. So we have built an AI aspect to it to essentially help them complete the thing. We are also partnering with other AI solution providers to come up with various aspects within the flow of the process to make the process easier. Our system has the credit memos built into it, which is essentially everything of what a small business owner tells, converts it into something of what a small business lender understands. We are building an AI technology into that to make the process easier for the small business lender. So basically, if you think about it, for the small business owner, we're using our AI to make their process easier while they're going through a question series. And in the back end of it, we're working with our lending partners to give them the information with the help of AI, make it more streamlined, and understandable. Look, the biggest problem in our industry today is there is no conformity. There's no one single box everybody follows. So the best thing to do is provide a couple of solutions to both aspects, to both ends of the spectrum, and hopefully that will get the story across smoothly and effectively.
Yeah, I love that. And as we close, talk about, in this day and age of technology and we've got AI, we've got all these advanced tools to help solve problems, especially with lending and finance. Talk about mission impact and also talk about client relationships and the importance of that in this digital age.
So our vision is essentially democratize lending for all. What I mean by that is no matter what size business you are, where you are, etc., your goal should be to be get my capital and grow my business. Grow my business. I keep saying this. I'm a strong believer in small business owners being extremely good at what they do. We're just here to provide them that extra boost. Look, there are two things I would like to add in addition to everything we said. Prepare your financials. Either have somebody prepare your financials daily, weekly, or monthly, and then once a month sit with your bookkeeper, accountant, and just get an understanding of where you are. And then on an annual basis, sit with your CPA, do a complete deep dive into your come up with a strategy. Look at where your cash in and cash out is. We are always through our advisory services. One of the things that we come across is there is no lack of vision. There is just the channeling that is required, and that's where we have always excelled. One of my couple of parting words to any small business owner is team, technology, and essentially effective leadership. Those are the three things will at all any given time help a small business owner grow. And the fourth thing, if there's ever missing, call Loan Mantra. We'll always be able to help you guys.
How can people contact you, follow Loan Mantra, reach out to you, follow your socials, etc.?
Yeah, absolutely. So look, we are reach out to me. I'm on LinkedIn, Raj Tulshan. Look us up on Facebook. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We are on Jesus, there's so many social medias now there. We are quite YouTube. We have a channel there on our website, loanmantra.com. We have contact us page. There's contact information for us. So we'd love to hear from our small business owners. We work with them across continental US, and if there's anything we can do to help, there's always available. Sometimes it's as simple as just having a conversation because you never know. There's a solution right in front of you. You just need that little bit of maneuvering. So please, anytime.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. And for all the audience, give Raj a like and follow on all his socials. Check out his company, see if it's a right fit, and really interesting on industry insights and what Loan Mantra does and how it fills this gap. And with that, thanks so much for coming onto the podcast.
Absolutely. Loved it. Thank you again, Chris, for having me. And we look forward to hearing from you.